Hi, this is Amy. I'm back tonight to hopefully do the finishing touches to the painted Margarita glass. I'm going to start by adding the leaves to this glass and just go around from the bottom of the bowl of the glass and add my leaf. And like I said, if you think it's not opaque enough, I mean, you can go over it again, just kind of leaving the try not to overwork it too. I am using a flat brush again, same one I used last night, or same size I should say, maybe not exactly the same one, but the same size I used last night. Like I said, hopefully this finishes it up for tonight. Well, for good, actually. And do keep in mind that, you need to use the size brush which is appropriate for your job. Makes it a lot easier if you do that. Now I'm just doing a basic leaf where you go up one side and down the other using two different colors. It's pretty easy. Just double load your brush and off you go. Now as far as the stem itself, you can just leave it as it is if you choose. You don't have to finish it at all if you don't want. You can just do a nice little line around it just to give it some decorative appeal. Or you can actually fully coat it so that it's solid, as if it's actually a stem to your flower. And as I say quite often, the choice is yours. It's up to you. And I know I say this often, just make sure that before you start painting, you clean your glass by washing it, or at least doing a coat of denatured alcohol. Rub that over it to make sure that it's clean. And then, just, I know it's hard not to touch it actually while you're working on it, and it really is, but the purpose of that is to try to help keep it nice so the paint doesn't have any issues with adhering to your piece. Now, just for the purpose of this, I'm just going to go around here and kind of just try to finish up the top here. I can do it with one color or two, just depends, again on what you decide to do. This just kind of ties all the ends together, making it look a little bit nicer and more finished look to it. And then, I guess a lot of times I would do just a solid down the stem and then maybe do a little bit of a leaf at the bottom. You can do that, or you can continue on and just kind of swirl your glass and just keep turning it. Doesn't have to be precise. It's just to give it some kind of design, and just be careful too that you're not sticking your fingers in it as you're twirling it. So that's probably be much more important to hold on to the bottom of the glass while you're doing this to keep from doing that. And then there you go. It's just finishing it off, getting a finished look. I'm actually still using the two different colors. You may not be able to see it as well, but I am using the two different colors as I go down here. I'm going to keep going. And then before I would bake this, I would let it air dry for at least an hour and then set it in a cool oven and then begin my preheating and add the preheat time to my bake time. Follow the manufacturer's instructions. I've mentioned this before. I get a lot of people who ask, you know, how long should I bake it for? And you know, that's really going to be dependent on the type of glass paint you're using. Every product is different, and it just, like I said, it's just, you know, I can't tell you unless I've actually used the product. I really can't tell you for sure what the bake time is on a lot of them. A lot of them vary, and you know, some of the products, like this one in particular, doesn't require baking. It's recommended as far as giving it more strength, is what I'm understanding, as far as the durability, but it's not required. It will air dry within 21 days if it's not baked, but it's supposed to be a stronger bond if it's baked. That's my understanding. How true that is, I'm not 100% on that. That's just something that I've read. So I'm not really, you know, really for sure on that part of it. I do know though that if you're going to be doing a design that is pretty thick, you just have to be careful because the paint can bubble. Sorry, I'm trying to see what I'm doing and not showing you what I'm doing. Now I could go, you know, all the way around the stem with this, and or I can just stop. And I think right now I'm just going to stop and just leave it as it is. And there you go. And you have a cute glass to give as a gift. Let people drink out of it when they come to your home when you're entertaining. Makes a nice affordable glass. You know, you can pick up dollar store glasses. You can go to, well, what do we have here? We have a, and now I'm not going to be able to think of what it's called, but I buy a lot of glassware. Actually, when I was painting glass all the time, I had it delivered to my house by a semi, and it would be parked, they'd park a big, oh, I can't think of anything tonight, but a big thing of glassware in my garage, but I haven't been doing it to that extreme, so I just have a little bit at a time, just that I go to the store and buy it. I see a spot right here that might cause me problems. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm just going to leave it at that. The glass is finished and ready to be given as a gift. I do appreciate you stopping by. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I always forget to ask people to do that. And just stay tuned to whatever I'm going to be doing next. I'm not sure. I always kind of fly by the seat of my pants. But anyhow, here we go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we are done. Have a good evening.